Google Hangouts. Painting with Rob Myth. Yay, says MJK. He says. So he says. So he says, oh, you know what? Why don't I put the network cord in instead of going Wi-Fi? Jeez. All right. I'm sorry, people. This is a massive test here that we are running. But I am painting. And I'm going to have some guests pop their head in. Okay, that sounds good. Can anybody hear Larissa? Larissa speak. Okay. So if you can hear her on YouTube, that would be pretty cool. Nobody can hear you? Nobody can hear you? Okay, that's not the worst thing. I wonder what that has to do with, though. Well, no, because it only works in OBS. That makes sense. I don't have it associated. All right, I'm not going to mess with it. I can hear you, and that's fine. Yeah, she can be the voice in my head. Just me. Okay, that's fine. You guys can only hear me. That's okay, because I'm testing something here. I'm testing a different type of camera. The reason being is everybody knows that Lance and I do a show. Oh, hold on. Let's see if this works. Called Miniatures and a Movie. And what I'm trying to do is establish so I can just go over to my screen and during an important part of the movie. Oh, no, not me. Not me. Come on. I need new batteries for that. I can just come over and we can look at my screen at any time and kind of zoom in. All right. First of all, I need batteries. I need AAA batteries. So I will be right back.
I got it. How many do you need?
Oh, you got those AAA batteries I gave you? We're actually going to start painting very soon, but I just really want to. I need 2. Oh my God. Dear God. My goodness. Thank you. What happened to the good ones? Why am I getting the cheap ones?
I'm just grabbing something. I'm trying to cook.
All right, then you cook. Yell at me.
Trying to help you.
You know who I am? I'm a global icon. There's no reason you should be yelling at me. I'm an international superstar. And you talk to me this way? My goodness. I won't be surprised if there's a bunch of fans outside this house. A bunch of fans outside this house burning.
Hello.
Hello, Tina.
Hello, Rob.
I was just yelling at the Queen.
For what?
I said I was just yelling at the Queen because the Queen was giving me a hard time. And she doesn't realize that I am an international superstar and that eventually her actions. Oh, my God.
Yeah?
But her actions are actually going to, you know, cause people with pitchforks and torches outside this home. You can't talk to me that way.
Right. Yeah, absolutely not.
What's the problem?
Your fans will react.
You can't hear Google either?
Can you hear me, Rob?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And you can hear the streets of Chicago?
Okay, hold on for a second. Everybody, I'm going to start painting in a minute. Larissa, hop off Discord. All right. Tina, it sounds like you're in complete traffic. Okay. Okay. There we go. All right. Everybody in the audience, can you hear me? Now, what I'm trying to do is we're doing dinner and I'm not dinner in a movie. Hey, Rob, do you have a car in your living room? That's what it sounded like, I know. what I'm trying to do is just figure out how I can adjust. Oh, goodness. I forgot how I adjusted this camera. I think I have to download the software for it. But we're all right for now. So we're not going to panic. It's going to take a little bit to focus, but I can work on all the other things and set certain settings. The best thing about this is I just want to see if I'm going to be able to paint with this. Now, this stupid Discord has to go. All right. I've had enough with this thing. I'm done with Discord. Okay, hold on. Log out. There we go. Because it keeps on going blip, 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 blip in my head. And that is making my head hurt. All right, so this camera is a camera that I had a while ago. For those of you that have been around for a while, you'll remember that we actually used to use this camera thanks to Sean. Oh, let's do that. We don't need the sound there. Okay, there we go. We're going off the sound here. And all right, and let it focus for a second. There we go. So we can get close-ups. We can back out. Perfect. I should be able to pick something up and be all right. Now, it has presets on it, which is really cool because I can have one towards another computer that's going to be showing the movie that we're going to be looking at. Then I have another one that can come back to the original preset, and then one to focus on, yes, the national, this guy right here. See? There you go. All right. Perfect. What's the coughing for?
Parliament?
What are you coughing for in that other room?
I'm popping on a piece of celery.
You're choking on a piece of celery?
No.
No? Okay. All right. As you see, I'm getting some resistance from the queen of all things. And I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody better get really good at that game detective, and I'll tell you why. Because there's going to be a missing body real soon.
That's old crap. Think of something new.
Oh, wow. All right. Going to listen while doing some work. If I don't get distracted by the chat, Rob is getting pretty fancy. Always. I'm waiting for somebody to pop in. They're going to pop in a little later, probably about a half hour or so. I was trying to set it up where you guys can actually come in and talk a little bit. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. Let me get to what we're trying to do. We're painting myth here. Okay. It only took us 25 minutes to get going. I want to test this out and watch it back and see if this is going to help us with what we are attempting to do. I missed some things that I need to fix. And I noticed it yesterday when I was painting, but I was distracted by a certain young lady whose name is not to be mentioned anymore because she says, "Oh, that's getting old." Huh. Huh.
Blah, blah, blah.
What do you mean blah, blah, blah? No wonder why. No wonder why this channel is crashing and burning. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this guy's, I got to finish this guy's feet. All right, so let's see. I want to see how and let me know. I'm going to have to send Larissa the link at some point, but right now we're just going to wing it until Tina can get to an area that we don't hear all the traffic in Chicago. Tina is actually at Michael's, I believe.
Oh,
Is she?
no.
And why? Did you need her to pick something up? But she is doing some work here. So I'm just fixing this guy's feet. And I want to make sure that I get it. And hopefully this thing just doesn't keep readjusting because of my hands. And that's a thing that I'm worried about. But I believe that once I install the software for the camera, because this is basically a plug-and-play camera, but they do have some software but this is a new computer since I originally had used this. And it's actually going to make a big difference in how we do a couple things. And I also want to use this camera while we play games with Tina. When we have bigger games, we can zoom out. I can zoom into certain areas, and it's going to make it easier for her to see certain things. So that's another reason I dug this camera out, just for our Google. Now, the 1080p and all the 4K stuff that I do will still be around because I do a lot of that. But right now, we're sacrificing quality for not quantity, but better content. We're going to have to sacrifice video for some really fun things that we're going to be doing. Now, as you've heard, because Tina ruined the surprise, I was just going to have her show up, but Tina will be here at the arena in a few weeks. Her and I are going to go to Huracan for one day, and then we're going to have a marathon. But there's some things that hopefully she doesn't flap her gums about that we are going to be doing that I think are going to be pretty fun and pretty unique to the channel. And actually, it'll be fun. There you go. Fun. It's all about fun. Okay, so that took care of that because I missed their feet. And then with the dark color, the Orionix hide, as you can see, this actually doesn't look that bad. And actually now I'm full screen. When I use that little box, that converter box to do the 4K stuff, I was losing part of the picture. So now it actually looks bigger, and hopefully you guys are getting decent quality. Okay, so let's take a look at some of these. I'm guessing the missing body won't be the queen. Whoa.
It is.
What?
It'll be yours.
It'll be mine. Oh, now it's not old. I would be surprised if someone could make Rob's body disappear. Whoa. Whoa. Redwell just got killed, Team Book. The box sold out in the U.S. Hope it's good. It is. Also, for those who are having BGG withdrawal symptoms, search on Google and open cache pages. Content should be pretty recent. Okay. It's a lot brighter, and maybe that's just me. Yeah, the camera's just working a lot better. Hey, Just. I said hi. Punk. Say hi to me, just yeah, whatever, Dad, whoever you are. All right. Yeah, it looks brighter, which I'm happy with, and we'll make some adjustments. But the main thing is we're here painting, and that's what's most important. And I want to get these done. We're almost a good ways done with these guys. It's just doing some of the little simple things that I skipped over, and then we're going to go right into highlights. And that should be fun today, because tomorrow I'm hoping to do, I want to try to do at least 2 to 3 painting shows this week. I want to. I don't know if I can. If I get burnt out, I can't do it. Well, not burnt out, but if I get tired, I'm going to take the time. I'm going to rest. I'm not going to push. And we're going to try to give you guys the best content and paint as many games as humanly possible in as much time as we possibly can. What do you think of that? How about that? Larissa, keep an eye on the chat if you could. Appreciate it. Tina, I know you're out there. I hope. Tina, you can pop in even though the cars are like crazy, and you can tell us what you got at Michael's. I mean, we're very anxious to hear.
How did you
She's
know I
in the
went to
middle of
Michael's?
Chicago. She likes to go to Chicago a lot.
How did you know I went to Michael's, Rob?
Maybe because she's staying there now. Our nomad, our friend the nomad. Tina the nomad. Soon she'll be in Florida. Maybe we can convince her to stay in Florida. That'd be cool.
I would just live out
We
of
can
your
hire
garage.
a permanent dog sitter. What do you think, T? Yeah, that was pretty convincing. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. I'm trying to make macaroni salad. Get off my back. All right, let me move the water over here so my big stupid arm doesn't get in the way. There we go. All right, we're going to do that. I'm going to put a little bit there. Don't I always? Yes, you do. Your arm is probably the size of my head, of course. It will be hard to make you disappear. I am on your side, says Soul Razor. Tina the Shopper. Remember, the name of this channel is Tina's Tabletop World, featuring the human highlight reel. Okay, that I know I missed a backpack somewhere here. Oh, there it is. You know what it is? Because the brown's so dark. Let me make sure that I'm staying over the spot that I drew. Yeah, so hopefully, you know, I know we're painting into 720. It's a pain in the neck, and I'm really sorry, but I really want a couple of shows to really stand out. Number one, when Tina goes back to Chicago, and Tina and I have something planned this week, and that was another reason to break this out, was simply because the board is so huge that we need to be able to move the board around. I mean, the camera around.
Okay.
And I think making sure that we have the proper tools to do such will help us out greatly. So there you go. All right. There we go. And as always, we're always trying to be innovative. We're always trying to set new precedents on things and just really stand out. And that's, you know, there's always going to be a time, you know, whenever you're painting, always check your models. It's nothing more frustrating than when you go around and then you find out that, oh man, I missed that spot, or damn, I wish I did this. I wish I did that. And just taking that few minutes to kind of just go through things does make a huge difference. You'd be surprised. This guy here, I'm going to paint. There's somebody in here I wanted to paint a brown cape on. I think it's going to be this dude. I don't know why. It rubbed me the wrong way. All right. Oh, they're up to no good. I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what's going on over there. All right. How about we do this and push these? These orcs are always trying to get in the way, get in the way, get in the way. All right. So there we go. Oh, Tina disappeared. Okay. Let's see. I'm not missing anything. Great. Okay. So let's talk about some things that we have coming up. Okay. Next week, we're going to continue our series on Robotech. RPG tactics. We're going to start taking a look at some of the good guys, which will be fun, and I'll show you how to put them together. They're a little more complicated, but the payoff's huge. I'm telling you, you gotta trust me on this. This is going to be a game that's going to be really worth it at some point. All right, let's put that guy there. What's this here? Yeah, this guy's my perfect guinea pig. There we go. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to paint all that brown. I like that. Orc with brown stuff. Okay. And these guys, I'm just kind of filling in some blanks here until I can really concentrate on them. You're kind of doing two games at the same time, but what you're trying to accomplish is getting base coats on. Base coats, once you get the base coats on, then you're in your home run state where okay, great, I got the base coats on. Now I can really start to highlight these things and really kind of start making certain models come to life. And that's very cool. All right. I'll pick my head up to see what the chat was doing, and there was nothing doing, so that's good. All right. Larissa, if you give me a minute, I will send you a link. Miss Helen's got all kinds of things going on. Most importantly, Miss Helen's working. So I know she's pretty busy, so we're not going to bother Miss Helen today. Okay, that guy's thing in there. The other thing I got to do is I got to get a longer cord for my my earphones, as you can see, because they come right into the thing here, and I'm just going to tuck that cord under there. There we go. This dude here. All right, I'm going to leave you the way you are. Yeah, all right. Yeah, yeah. All right, okay. All right, so we're just going to kind of push these guys aside a little bit, and then I want to get over here. I painted that. All right. Should we make his gloves brown? Yeah, I kind of like that idea. He's pretty skinny for a dude. He's got these little pencil arms. What's up with that? Come on, dude. You got to be tougher than that. You're supposed to be taking on all these creatures and stuff. Come on now. All right. And once we get done with this color, I'll stop for a second. Now, nah, I'm going to keep that one quiet too. I'm always constantly, I know things, I want to talk about things, and there's certain things I just can't talk about right away. I gotta keep my mouth shut. All right, perfect. And again, this is another one where you know you're gonna go over it, but if you have the base of it and you can beat around it, and it's just gonna make it easier coming on the backside and trying to clean it up. There we go. All right, buddy. You get over there. You're fine. You're good. You're good. Okay, let's clean off some brush here. Woohoo! Is the boy still eating you out of house and home? Pretty much. Pretty much. He does all right. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. All right, so we did that. I wanted to get that. Yes. Is that what I used? Or I used the Paladin. There it is. Hey, Mimi.
Hello.
Hello, she says. She says hi to everyone. The Mimaloo. All right. So is everybody able to see this, or is it too bright? I'm sure somebody's going to say, oh, it's too bright. Settings. It's just something I'm going to have to fix eventually. But right now, we're going to just leave it the way it is. I know I can get the quality up a little bit better. All right. Let's look over here. I just want to see over in the control room. Nope. Nothing there. I ain't gonna mess with it. How's that? Oh, what did I do there? Okay, there we go. All right, so we're back. All right, there we go. All right, so a couple things I did miss and got to try to get was number one. I did not get his stuff done. I got to come back over with some lead belcher. That was the other thing that we have to do. And I'm just painting this on here like this. I just want to kind of drown out this color a little bit. There we go. And hold on, let's get that over here. Let's get that over there. Let's get a little organized. I know it's kind of like a mad rush here, but we should be able to handle this just a little bit. All right. I don't want to go around this band here, but we're going to expand upon this band, as I say, because this will all be painted. And all I'm doing, I'm getting this palette witch flesh on here. I like this because I like the way it works with a couple of colors that we're going to be working on here. And boy, I really wish. See, yesterday this brush was fine. Today, no. Holy cow. All right. All right, and let's get through here. There we go. We also want to get here because we're gonna dull all this stuff. You know, we're gonna come and we are going to make this what we intend to make it. Now, I'm kind of like all over the place with this brush, but there were some things that I had to touch up anyway, so I'm kind of being messy and probably should set a proper example and be a little neater, but I'm not. And shame on me. Only because I know I have to go through certain areas here, and I'm going to have to end up touching this up anyways. So it's the old, hey, bear with me. I'm going to pick my head up in a minute, and there we go. And we can go from there. And, of course, we want to get around the thing here. Oh, I moved the screen, so I can't see the chat. Oh, my brushes totally hate me yesterday. All right. It's good to know. My brushes don't hate me. They just, sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you just need a day off, and that's it. All right. So as you can see, I'm really not worried about getting the color really to sit in there a lot because I just know what I'm going to do next. You guys do not know. So if it covers anything up, hey, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine also because I know what's next. I know what's next. You do not. All right, stop. All right, what did I miss here? I know I missed out. There it was. And when you start batch painting, it's very easy to miss something. Always double check your work. Like I said, that is lesson number one. You're going to save yourself a lot of hassle. Just double check your work. Now, sometimes I catch it when I'm doing another color, and nobody can be perfect. But, you know, you do the best you can, and that's the main thing there. All right, cool. That. All right, perfect. So we're going to wash this off. Jonathan Clee, how are you, my friend? All right. So, without further ado, let's keep going here. Okay. I'm going to close this up. See, I'm going to worry about these a little bit later. It's these guys I got to keep an eye on. Now, one of the guys came, and he's kind of all bent up here. I don't know how I can fix that. He is who he is. So we're just going to do the best we can with him, and that's fine. And these are the heroes here. So one of the things, well, let's let that dry. That's fine. These guys here we still have to do. I'm going to save these three for maybe just a total different show. Who knows? You never know with me. Oh, I said lead belcher, didn't I? That's right. I did, didn't I? I did, didn't I? And we're painting every day. Now, tomorrow I want to go back to the 1080p and really start showing you guys some things on these guys. And we will be starting our next project probably, because I think we'll be pretty close to doing such. Now, these I've only got about hour, 10 minutes. Well, how long was I on yesterday? I only painted besides that like another hour. So I probably got about 2 hours into these guys so far. And a lot of it was just talking, as you found out. And I was rattling. Tink, tink. Want to get on the side here, see? It's so easy to just forget catching from behind and catching up the side here, you know, and just having that knack to just double check everything is not a bad thing. It's going to get you where you need to go. And that's what we're really trying to hit home here, is making sure, like, see over here, I didn't catch that first time. That's okay. That's why you double check, because when you start your detailing, you don't want to just do double the work. It's a pain in the neck. It is. It's a pain in the neck. So always try to catch yourself the first time. It's always very important to do so. Trying to see how much. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm going to go out a little bit, and we're going to let that focus in. Okay, there we go. So maybe just come back in just a hair. There we go. Yeah, when I have the autofocus, and it's going to be just when I'm able to turn off the autofocus, it's going to make a big difference. So I'm really just asking you guys to bear with today's video. I know it's a little bit blast from the past, and our boy Sean Mikowski, all the great things that he's done for the channel. I can't thank him enough. I cannot thank him enough. When we were first starting out, we were struggling. And I do mean struggling. And he would send us equipment. Try this, try that. And, you know, he was always there for us. And I'll never forget that. We'll always do right by him. Even though when he hears this, he's going to hear that I really hate painting his oh, I see, I forgot to get in there. His rum and bones. Oh my God, those things are horrible. Honest to God. Can't stand them. All right, so there we go, big boy. You're going to sit over there. You're going to dry a little bit, and then we're going to come back. All right, so while this is drying, I'm going to dry this brush off. I'm going to close this up. Now, yesterday, if you were with us, then you know that I'm going to wait. Now, we kind of threw over some Agrath Earthshade on these guys, which was perfect for what we were trying to accomplish. Now, I'm going to actually where do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? How do I want to go about this? All right. There was something I wanted to touch up, and I can't think of. There was another guy that I wanted to paint, I think. That's going to go over here. Now, I'm not looking at any pictures. I had a couple of pictures, and I'm just kind of going off my gut. And that's not a bad thing to do, is to go off your gut. Now, I'm going to wait for these to kind of dry a little bit before I really try anything. But do I really want to? Yeah, well, all right. Because I want to do everything all at once. So I'm going to take a little Nul oil. And you don't always need a big brush to cover a big area. Sometimes you can just paint a little bit of that in. And all I want to do is just kind of go over these bugs. Yes, these bugs. And just want to bring some depth to them, but you'll see what we're going to do with these disgusting little creatures very soon. I mean, a bug, this is the queen mother, and she's just hatching these little punks so they can just pop out of her and start causing our heroes nothing but trouble. So, oops, let's move the new oil so we can see it. All right, there we go. And all we're going to do, and this is just such an easy. These models so far are very easy, and this I would suggest if you have this game and you want to start painting, that this is the perfect game to kind of start with, because the creatures are just perfect for what we want to do. Okay, these guys here, we're going to wait till that dry, and then we're going to start bringing these out. Now, what are you saying? What are you saying, Rob? I'm saying we're going to start detailing these guys. We're going to start bringing some of their flavor out. And they're good. They're small and they're good, and you're going to get quick satisfaction with them. And that is very important. Okay, so now that. All right, Mechanicus Gray. Well, I really kind of like this for a couple things. Actually, I want to find. Hopefully, I don't have to open up the drawers here too much. Oh, okay. Do I have that? No, I do not. No, I don't want to do that either. But I do want this. Okay, that is a Kesla flesh. And I've got all these wonderful Vallejo paints that I'm going to start breaking out very soon. And I'm looking for. All right, let's pull this out. Let's pull Uthran Gray out. Let's Celestial Gray out. Because I just think that eventually that we're going to use it at some point. Avern Sun. Why would I want to use that? No, I don't. But I do need a little bit of Evil Sun Scarlet. All right. And then we can just search for all the other things that we're looking for. Like the Athonian Chemistry. Do I have any in here? Yeah, perfect. All right, perfect. All right, so we're off to a pretty good start here. And, corn red, that's what I was looking for. See, I start pulling things out, and I'm not paying attention to what I really want. I get distracted. That's all right. It happens. I'm trying to keep from pulling this cord up. All right, so I really have no choice but to back up this paint unit and open up the doors. So bear with me, folks. And all right, so as you see, I keep everything kind of a certain way. All right, let's get going here. All right, so I'm looking for a particular color. Is this it? No, that's Mephiston red. That's not what I want. But this corn red is perfect for what I really want to do. Okay, great. Here we go. Here we go. So this hero here is a little strange because his entire body's like red. So, all right, if that's the way we got to roll. I remember seeing the picture, so we're going to do that. Where do you keep your paint bottles, Rob? How do you organize them? I throw them all into a thing, and there you go. BGG is showing life. Let me tell you something. That's the greatest site ever made. It is the biggest, the best. And if you want board gaming news, let me tell you something. There's nobody better than Aldi, Lincoln, and all those guys, all their hard work that they do. You have no idea how hard they work. And I've had a chance to spend some time with them over at Gen Con, and I'll tell you, it was well worth it. They were very kind because I've been showing up on the Alaboom quite a bit. That Aldi just said, yeah, come on by and you can, we'd love to have you in our games room and the new games room. And Tina and I, as a matter of fact, spent a lot of time and had just a lot. We had a blast. So there you go. And we got to play with a lot of people that I was looking forward to. And I got to sit and talk to a lot of people that I wanted to. Joel Eddy, who is just a superstar unto himself. And let's not forget. Oh, okay. See, this is just one of those things that if you're going to. Is that his leg or a pair of pants? I think that's a pair of pants. All right, well, I'm going to separate that pair of pants by making it red so I can see it a little bit better. His upper torso is definitely going to be that color. Then I'll decide what I want to do with the rest of them. Perfect. While we have the corn red out, and now that we've mulled this water, let's just move him over here. Stay over there, buddy. We'll get back to you. Well, we have this dark gray. I like this Mechanicus gray. I think it'll work well. Now that I think of it, I saw a different type of green that I wanted to use. Okay, a Lauren Forest. I think it'll be perfect for our elf. There we go. There we go. That's how we roll. So let's just get a little bit of this. I think this will work really well with what we're trying to accomplish here. So I'll put down my visor so I can see. And let's just work this in here a little bit. It's going to need more than one coat. That's for sure. And this person's wearing some armor. So I really kind of want to go easy on what I'm doing here. All right. And I'm going to have to touch this up, but it's all right. That's okay. And we're going to work around there. And we're going to work in here. We're going to take a little bit of that. And a little bit more. There we go. And we just want to paint this short. There we go. Just having a little trouble getting in there. Is the way this figure is. And you're going to run into that. And you're going to have to, you're going to have to paint something maybe 3 or 4 times. So make sure that you kind of thin your paint down at times when you deem it necessary. Or maybe you just want to thin your paint period. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Just have fun, paint. Isn't that what it's all about at the end? Like I always say, it's not what they think, it's what you think. Don't let anybody tell you any different. All right. Kind of like that color on that guy, so I'm going to put him over there for now. Let him dry. We're going to keep building out on him. No, I see you as a gray. A definitely gray color. I probably have said it before. It still makes me giggle. I didn't mean to, but I bought the same visor as Rob. And she giggled. It made her giggle so much she wrote that she giggled. Okay. Well, there you go. That about says it all, huh? All right, let's get this underneath here so I don't keep tripping over it.
Rob, I'm crashing your party.
Over it. All right. So, oh, Miss Tina's back.
Yep.
She disappeared, and now she's back.
Can you hear me?
I just noticed on the bottom there. Tina, if you can unmute yourself for 2 seconds, I want to see if the sound's working.
I'm not muted,
That'd be
Rob.
cool. All right, so visor down, and we're gonna make this shirt a little bit of gray. I think that's a good idea. And I'm gonna work that in there. Remember, I told you we painted some of this brown before, but because we did, it's just gonna make it easier to touch up. And I like his shirt gray. It's gonna work for me, because when we put the wash on, it's really gonna kind of just help him out. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make him look kind of cool, even though he's not that cool. All right, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling it for this guy. All right, now we're gonna kind of work in here. The most important thing that you can do, I'm just gonna put him down for a moment, is make sure that you have a good primer. Good primer. I've been using some of that Rust-Oleum stuff, and it's really made a world of difference in what I'm doing. And, you know, I've said it 1 billion, maybe 2 million times. Listen, just pick up a brush. You can do this. Like right now, I'm just not going off any pictures. I'm not using anything. All I'm doing is just painting what I see in my head. And usually that's not a good thing. But today it is, because we're not worried about it. This is just a game. It's just a game. You're not going for awards. You know, some of you are so talented out there. And just the people that are watching this are very talented, and you don't even know it. Some of you don't know it yet. Some of you just don't know how good you can be. But I'm going to help you. And that's all I care about. That's the main mission of this thing. There are so many different ways you can help people. You can help people discover their talent. You can help somebody discover who they are. You can help somebody and make a difference so they can become everything that they are. And those are the type of things that this channel and myself, more importantly, strive to do. So there you go. And a certain Undead Dragon was making fun of me. I mean, Undead Viking was making fun of me the way I talk. He says, "Oh, hi, I'm Rob Horn." Oh, shut up, Lance. I'll take care of you. All right, I like that shirt on him. I do. I really do. So I'm going to put him over here. Listen, get out of the way, please. It's getting a little crowded here. Everybody wants to be painted. Just have to wait your turn. All right? Let's not freak out. Jeez, these guys. They're pushy, pushy, pushy. All right. Let's get back to work here. Pushy. Rob. Unmute your headset. Oh. Unmute my headset.
Hey, Rob, can you hear me?
You.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I should be on. Default. Hold on. Okay, microphone is default to Yeti. Okay. That. Yeah. How am I mute? Okay, hold on. Save. Oh, I know what I did. Hold on. Hold on. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Can anybody hear me out there?
Yes.
You're on. You can't hear Tina. No, I can't hear Tina. Is it Tina or is it me? Hold on. Tina, talk.
Tina is eating blueberries
anybody.
and they're delicious.
Nope, can't hear her. I wonder if it had something to do with oh, hold on.
We can talk about
I know
Rob
it is.
now. Gossip
No.
about Rob.
Well, are you talking bad about me, Tina?
Oh, no, not at all.
Holy.
No.
Oh, see, maybe I didn't have it unmuted. Maybe you were just saying some things about me, young lady. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
I was actually trying to talk to you while walking in the streets, but I think you couldn't hear me, but everybody else could. So that's why they're complaining about your living room sounding like there's a car in it.
What's that?
When I last logged in,
Yeah.
I was walking on the streets, so there was a lot of street noise.
Yeah, what's with you lately? Oh, wait.
I was at Michael's.
Okay, hold on. I'm hearing reverberation now. Hold on. Okay, that's good. Say, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, let me go over here. I'm going to turn down my microphone. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I hate that sound.
Oh, who's this? Who is this?
It's me. Who's me?
No. Someone cooler than you.
Well. Folks, it is the living legend himself.
Oh, jeez.
The silence behind the violence.
Oh.
Now the show starts. The real show.
The real show. Oh, wow. The real show starts because we have a very special guest. It is the great Lance, the Undead Viking, the hostess with the mostest from the Alaboom.
Yay!
And one hell of a good-looking guy.
Oh, jeez. So nice.
What an intro. What an intro, huh?
How we doing? How's everybody doing?
All right, so everybody, hold on. I am going to stop painting for a second because, well, number one, the Undead Vikings here. But number two, all right, Lance, watch this.
I'm watching. I'm
Watch
watching.
this.
I'm watching.
Whoa!
It's like picture in picture or something.
Oh, no, my brother.
He has a remote.
I have a remote. And this is one of the cameras I started with. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be painting, and then when we go to certain parts of playing the movie, like I'm going to have another laptop right here, and boop. Okay, take a look at this. Of course, the sounds will be off.
What,
but
a fax machine?
Yeah, that's the movie that we're going to be.
A bunch of weird dolls trapped in the background there in the hutch.
Listen, that's what happens to my children when they misbehave. He turns them into ceramics and they're put in there. It is the Halloween season. But anyways, we're going to be watching Office Space this week, so there you go. But I'll have a laptop here, and then I can adjust it. Now, I don't have the software loaded yet, but I just wanted to see how this was going to work. Dude, miniatures in a movie, all figured out.
No, that'll work. That'll be awesome.
Of course it will be. I thought of it.
So, what are those like ultra readers you got there for your glasses? What was that? What were those monocles I just saw you had on there?
All right, hold on. We'll go over to the face that runs the place. What we have here is, first of all, I'm old, so I need to be able to. Whoa. So no, it makes such a huge difference when you're looking to try to do some detail and stuff like that.
Are those just magnifiers or whatever?
Yeah. Well, let me go back up. The other thing is I can program this so it just quickly. This thing has,
because this is super quick. Let me tell you.
No, I have a program here, and I can hit this, and it'll just take it to. Well, when I program it, it'll take it to a certain area every single time. But the cool thing about these is you can change the lenses on them. So I can pick another magnifying type of thing and just kind of, boop. Now I can see. Look, lens.
Well, I mean, the magnifying thing, that's pretty cool. I actually like that. I mean, I don't want to look as cool as you. Why do you got water all over your painting area over there, buddy?
Because I did something or another. All right, whatever. I got too excited. There you go.
So here, I was gonna save the story for the album.
It broke. Well, that's strange.
Well, it's a good thing I said something.
Good thing you said something.
No, so here, I'll tell you a story. I just got home about an hour ago from Indiana for the Alliance trade show.
Right.
So I got to the airport.
Here, I'm gonna tell you to hold on just for 1 second because I'm holding like a wicked thing.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. I'm waiting. Hello to everyone who's watching this. I can't see. He didn't give me the other link, so I can't tell if anybody's actually in the chat saying anything at this time. So, yeah. So there's that then. So I'll just keep talking for a while. See, Alliance Trade Show. I was just that is a like retailer show. When you go to a retailer show, it is like people who own game stores come to the retailer show, and they come and talk to game publishers, which is, I work for Tasty Minstrel Games. So I was there. It was in Fort Wayne, Indiana, which is also the hometown of Forrest Bauer, if you've ever watched any of the videos of Bauer's Game Corner. So he was kind enough to hang out and help out a little bit with us. And yeah, so it's a cool little show. I was just filling dead air while you were gone.
Well, all right, so go on with your story.
All right, so here, I was going to say, I'll probably tell the story on the Boom on Wednesday as well, but just because I want to tell the story again. So I get to the airport early in the morning, and then I always try to get there like an hour before the plane goes out, plane leaves or whatever. So I got there in Fort Wayne, the plane boarded, got on the plane, we flew into Chicago, and I forgot that if I had wanted to get home like early, I had to basically have a 3.5 hour layover in Chicago. If I wanted to like get home at 9, I would have had like a 45-minute layover in Chicago. But I was like, that's fine. I totally forgot about that. So I'll just stay here. So I've been to the Chicago airport now a couple dozen times because of all the travel I do now. So I know my way around pretty well. And I know that in the morning there's this little bagel shop, and they have really good bagels there. So I went and like I had a bagel, and then I realized that with like when I don't get a lot of sleep, my stomach gets all upset and gurgly or whatever. So I went, and I mean, all I have is my backpack with like my laptop in it. That's all I'm carrying around with me. And it's got my laptop, a book, just some, everything else is checked baggage, that's gonna meet me at home. So my stomach gets all gurgly. I'm like, time to use the restroom. So I go to use the restroom, and like first thing you notice is that like I'm actually waiting to use a stall, which like never happens in a dude's restroom, but whatever. So I'm waiting, and it's just like, and apparently everybody's there, and it's like it's one of those gurgly moments where you're like, I need to use the bathroom, relatively quickly because this isn't a good feeling.
Something like this.
Yeah. See, but you try to keep your mind off it. You don't want to think about it, so you just try to keep your mind off it. And then I'm waiting, and these whoever's in these stalls, apparently they're like signing the Magna Carta or something because they're taking forever. And so one guy finally leaves, and I'm like, thank goodness, right? And then another guy tries to scoot in ahead of me. I was like, dude, I was here before you. What are you thinking? And I was like, he kind of backed off, and I didn't say that to him. I just kind of gave him a what the heck, look, and he backed off. So I went in there,
You
And
saw
like,
you were hopping on one foot.
well, no, and now, but ultimately, I should have let him take it because here's the deal. So I went in there, and there's that hook you can put your stuff on, So I put my backpack on the hook. I had a sweatshirt on, so I unzip my sweatshirt, put that on the hook as well. And I'm just wearing. I also, another thing when I go to airports, I wear gym shorts. I wear gym shorts because I hate having that belt. I hate having to take off the belt and put the belt back on. The whole process just annoys me. So I was like, all right, fine. So I had my gym shorts, had basically a t-shirt, gym shorts, and a sweatshirt. And I unzipped the sweatshirt, hung it up, as I already said. So I'm there to do my business. So I do my business, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't realize was the guy ahead of me either was washing himself in the toilet or he had some sort of problem because there was a giant puddle of water. Thank goodness it was water all around the toilet. And so when I started pulling on my pants, I realized my gym shorts and my undergarments are soaked straight through. And I'm looking at this, I'm like, what? And I got 3 hours left in the Chicago airport. I got to do something. And I'm like, this is so for like the next 45 minutes, I'm like unraveling like the thinnest toilet paper in known to man, taking like giant, and I'm trying to sponge the water out of my clothes. I was in the stall for like 50 minutes, and the guys are like, "Oh, hey, you okay in there? You okay? Get out of here!
Just leave.
I got some important business going on. Leave me alone." Just not my finest moment. Not my finest hour at all. I don't know what that guy did ahead of me. I thought, there's like a leak in the toilet or something. No. After I basically sponged all the water off the floor,
Maybe did it on purpose.
Maybe. That's his way to like giggle himself all the way home. Just laughing about leaving a giant puddle in the bathroom. But yeah, that was.
It's like, oh man, you know something. I know that guy. That's the Undead Viking. Watch this.
No, I doubt that. But no, the Live Street Show was really cool. It was good stuff. It was fun, and but it was also just like it was it was a different side of the industry that I hadn't expected to see. Just like it was just like because you're just talking to people who own retail stores. So it's like those are the people you're discussing and talking to and whatever. So
you have a story, but I have a story that you're actually involved in.
Sweet.
I have to tell.
Tell me more.
So Saturday, I'm out and about with the queen of all reality, and she's in CVS and she's picking up whatever she had to pick up. So I give Lance a call. No, actually, you had called me and I was returning your phone call. So, and I'm going to try to find the picture too on top of it because it kind of adds to it. So we were talking about something and I don't want to say what we were talking about, but I said, that's cool. That's cool and everything like that. And you go, yeah, so I'm having a good time. So in the meantime, while I'm talking to Lance, all of a sudden the back, I have oh God, what is it? An Equinox. The lady hits the button on the back of my trunk and it goes up, and she looks directly into the back, and there are these two German Shepherds that I have staring right at her going, So I'm talking to you and I'm going, excuse me, ma'am, I think you got the wrong car, because her husband was actually right next to us and had the similar type of car. So the dogs are looking at her, looking to eat her basically, because it's like, hey lady, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're in the wrong car. So she starts to walk away and I go, ma'am, you got to close the back. The dogs are going to jump out and take off into the highway. So fortunately there was a button I didn't realize because we just bought this car. I hit the button, the thing goes down. She gets in the car. I'm still talking to you. And then they pull to the side of me and they go, oh, sorry about that. That's not a problem. But the funny thing about it is the queen comes out, okay? And a guy pulls up, okay, next to CVS. She goes to open up the trunk of his car.
Nice.
I'm beeping the horn. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I thought you pulled up. I go, oh, for crying out loud. But the funny part about it was you guys got free lunch. And our boy Cheech, who can pack it away when it's free.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see those pictures of the...
Look at these. This is the stuff that they had. Oh, let me see if I can get this thing to focus.
It was a good dinner. I mean,
look at this.
It was make your own nachos and tacos, and he went back for. I mean, he had 2 giant plates. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, look at this, and you said, well, you know, I would definitely have Forrest talk to you, but right now he's in the middle of his 3rd plate of food.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had like 4 tacos. I mean, I'm not gonna say like.
Well, I didn't think you were gonna be shy about it. That's
like,
definitely.
How dare you, Forrest? No. I definitely had my fill.
Forrest, save some for the others. Never mind. Just move over.
Yeah. But no. It was kind of neat. It was just kind of a neat thing to be at, and that's just like I said. It was a completely like I mean, it was just a side of the industry that I've never really experienced or had a part of before. So I was excited to be there, and hopefully I get to do another one. You know, because like I said, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it definitely sounded, and you know, definitely having Forrest there with you probably made it a lot better too.
Like whenever there weren't many like lulls. I'll say that, which is which was good, right? But like whenever there was, because it was Forrest's hometown, so he knew everything about that. So he always knew the places to go and eat that were good. He always, so I mean, he definitely, there were lulls, but they weren't. But whenever there was, he was he knew the place. He had a story, or he had, we talked a lot of football. We talked because he's a huge Broncos fan. So we talked a lot of football. So
that's cool. He's such a good guy too, and he'll just tell you like it is. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, no, he's his candor is very refreshing. So
yes, definitely, I would say that. But definitely sounds like you guys had a good time. And meanwhile, I was getting people trying to break into my my Equinox.
I shouldn't laugh about that, but I mean that is kind of funny.
No, it was pretty funny because I'm laughing and I'm like, oh, I'm looking at the lady. I go, this lady's pretty pathetic. How do you not know it's your car? And then you open up a car with 2 huge dogs, and I'm going on and on. What does my wife do? She almost goes in the wrong car.
Nice. Well, back in the day when I drove.
Here comes the peanut gallery. What was that, babe?
So funny.
No, it was funny because if you saw it, you would have got a kick out of it, and then all of a sudden you go in the wrong car.
So way back in the day when I drove a white Corsica, that was a long time ago. But I mean, that ubiquitous white Corsica that was on the road, everybody had one. I mean, it was like the K car of that era, right? Yeah. There were a couple of times when I crawled into somebody else. I mean, I would maybe after being out and having a few libations, I went to what I thought was my Corsica, and of course nobody locked their car door because it's little old North Dakota town. And why isn't my key working in this one? Just like mad. So I mean, I'll fully admit that I've done that. What's weird is that there's actual cases of situations where people have gone to cars that look exactly like their car, and their key actually works in the ignition because they don't make a different key for every single Celica that's out there, right? It's just like there's probably 500 different keys for the Celica, and the thing is that there's so many, the chances of you walking up to the same one one, having being able to get into it, and two, being able to actually put your key in and start it, and not realizing that it isn't your car. I mean, it's like it's 1,000,000 to 1, but it does happen. There's cases of it where people have driven cars home, and they get there and they're like, "This isn't my car. Why did my key work? And then so I've read about it, but it can happen. I used to have a really, really old Chevy Cavalier that the ignition fob was so broken you didn't even need a key. You could just move it with your hand and it would start. That was old days. Yeah, my old Cavalier. That was here. I gotta go soon, but that was my old Cavalier. I bought it and I bought it for like $350 from a guy because I needed a car, and it was like and it was a piece of junk, but it didn't have a radio. And I remember, like, I didn't have a radio in that car, and I just drove around, and like I was just like, whatever, no radio, big deal, right? And I can remember, like, being really annoyed. This is before people had, like MP3 players and everything. I'm talking old school days where, you had a radio and a tape deck, and that's what you listened to. And I didn't have anything, and I would just sit there. And I remember, like, I was delivering pizzas, and I had no radio. But I remember, like, actually, like, having this, like, weird Zen time in the car because, like, you actually could hear, like, in the summer, windows are down, you're driving, you can actually hear people's conversations, like they're all, like, walking down the road next to you and stuff, instead of like, blasting, Metallica, at like, whatever volume I listened to back then. And then I was like, this is really cool. I was like, this is really awesome. I'm just totally chill. And this is like, and then of course, I found a $100 radio and, put it in my car. And then, I lost the Zen moment, forever after that. But I remember at the time I was like, this is pretty awesome. Just totally chill, totally having a good time here. But
I was so doggone cheap. I used to take a mini boom box, and it used to just cost me batteries, and I would just put a tape in there and drive around in my very cheap Dodge Dart back in the day.
I had a couple friends who did that, man. That was their stereo. I mean, that was
your stereo.
That was their jam.
There you go, and that's how you did it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I definitely think that this will be something that we can do going forward. Another thing with this thing that I thought was good is when I try to do live plays by taking and backing out and being able to move this camera for really big boards. Like we're planning to do Fallen Land soon, and because you have so many cards and stuff like that you can actually pivot the camera certain ways. So I think it's going to be perfect for what we have planned with dinner and a movie, and this will just work. It's 7:20, but hey, what can we tell you, folks?
What are you gonna do? Hey, I told you about these, but I got my scale 75 paints in the mail.
Oh,
so I'm excited to check these guys out. They supposedly have more pigment than most paints.
Right.
So, like, I've heard all these great things, like the yellows will cover black with one pass, with one move and stuff like that. So, I'm excited to try this out. And when you buy the set, this is an aluminum case they come in. You actually get this, like, whole thing.
Really?
Yeah, with this hard aluminum case to hold all the paints in it. So,
I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. I know I got some stuff coming in on Wednesday that we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, I'm gonna shoot you an email here in like either later today or tomorrow, and I'm gonna CC you. I'm gonna get you in touch with that Vallejo guy. He was interested to talk to you.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, and that other person didn't get a hold of me yet, but that's
Julie. She said that she would. She gets home today, and tomorrow is her answer her emails. She actually, I had made her pull up her phone, and she had your
oh, perfect,
your email. She showed me the email, so I read your with all your bad spelling and.
Was it?
No,
I was doing it from the phone. Jeez.
I'm just giving you the business. It was fun.
Because usually I'm really bad, anyways.
No, she knows of you, and she's very interested in working with you. So.
Oh, cool, perfect. Yeah, because we've done a lot of stuff for them, so I think they'll enjoy what we got planned. Isn't that right, Miss Tina? Oh, she's on mute right now.
I'm eating blueberries. Sorry.
You're eating blueberries. Tina, did you get a chance to meet Tina, Lance? At
Not
Gen Con?
officially.
Not officially?
Not officially.
Hi, Lance. I'm Tina.
Hi.
Yeah, she was the one with the huge camera that was following me around. And
I was stalking Rob at Gen Con, yes.
Oh yeah, that'd be the day. But no, we do a lot of stuff live online. You should join us too, Lance. I keep on telling you, we've almost got this down where it's systematic. We were playing folklore. Yeah, I mean, it really looked pretty good. If you get a chance, check the video out.
I will.
I mean, we definitely would love to have you and have a third person playing.
Hey, what kind of shade are you using right now on those?
I'm using a Newell oil. I want to darken this up.
Known oil.
Known oil. I call it Newell.
Well, you're wrong.
Newlin oil. Newell.
No, it isn't Newlin oil. It's known. L-U-N-U-L-N. Known. Anyway.
Say it again, folks.
Known. No oil. Known oil. Oh, you're driving me crazy.
Known. I can't say.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Rob. Gonna be painting some myth figures for you today. Gonna go ahead and why don't you just relax? Why don't you take out something and paint yourself? Just gonna have a good day today.
Are you making sport of me, my dear friend?
Maybe just a hair, but no, not too much. You should have Tina join us on the boom some night.
Yeah, Tina, pop in. Can
sure. Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, Tina actually was the person that got me into this.
Oh.
Yeah, I still stand by it. She had a channel. It was called Tina the Board Gamer. It was doing great, and then she decided to go to an Ivy League school.
And then it all went downhill in life.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
You ruined your complete career here. You could have been bigger than everybody. I mean, for crying out loud, you would have sold out. I mean, right now you'd be walking around in minks because
nobody can be greater than you, Rob.
Oh, please. Well, you heard. I mean, Lance just did the impression. Hi, everybody. I want to thank you for coming by today. And today we're going to be painting Myth. And as you can see, we have the figure right here. And we're just gently running our Knoll oil over them.
Oh, jeez. So hey, by the way, you said you wanted to do a la Josie Wales. I can't find that like streaming anywhere. Do you know where it's streaming?
Are you kidding me? It's not on Netflix?
Yeah, I didn't find it, but I did find Silverado. Have you ever watched Silverado?
Yeah, but that's not as good.
No, it's not. It's not as good, but I mean, it's a Western. It's the one that gave who's his face his first real role. What's his face? Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. That was like his first. That was his first real role.
If you're gonna do a movie, you do Dances with Wolves, and then we just plan on painting an entire game. But
yeah. Even Kevin Costner looked bored at the end of that movie. Yes.
Let me ask you something, and I know this is kind of off.
Answer the phone.
No, that's okay. It's a fax machine.
Oh.
You still have a fax machine?
Yeah, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute?
Because we actually do have to fax things.
What's a fax machine?
It's darling. You know what? Back at my old job, before I worked for Tasty Municipal Games. Back at my old job, one of my duties was to like fax people like tons and tons and tons of like high risk documents, and so there was this huge like verification process we had to go through to make sure we were sending it someplace that was safe and secure. But I remember like my day that did that, I had an 8-hour shift. It would take 7 hours and 59 minutes of my 8-hour shift of doing that. Just sitting by a fax machine, going through all the verification process, and it's like, okay, faxing 378 pages of financial reports, and just watching this machine go through everything.
Well, we have encrypted stuff that we have to send, and it can only be sent.
Oh, right. Right, because the internet's not safe.
No, it is not.
The internet's not safe. The internet's not safe.
And that only certain signals will be able to pick up the certain data that we are able to send.
Mm.
So there you go.
All right, I'm going to get a fax machine.
See, there you go. What I was going to ask you very quickly is, have you played Myth, and what are your thoughts on it? Because the reason I'm painting this is it's been sitting on my shelf for 500 years now.
You need to get the
2.0. I got it.
Yeah, you need to get that 2.0, or else the whole thing is kind of So as long as you get the 2.0 rules and the rest of the stuff, you should be fine. It's a good game. It's just it's a. I think a lot of people went into it thinking that it was a straightforward dungeon crawl game, but it's more of like a planning game. It's more of a it's like as far as like the different things that your characters can do and the actions they can take. So it's more of like something like that where you have to like and so it loses, I think, in a lot of ways some of the immersion factor of like, because instead of like, oh, I'm digging through this dungeon and trying to find the treasure, it becomes okay, well, I need to set my guy up exactly 4 squares to the right and 2 squares down from this junction, and then I need you to place your character over there, and so that when this monster goes to this spot, then we can come out and attack it. So it becomes more of a like tactics instead of role-playing experience. But as long as you know that going in, and it's fine. But I mean, I can see why people kind of soured on it. I think the miniatures are so cool for it, though. I mean, I would use those miniatures for my D&D games all day long.
So what basically Lance has said, folks, is this game will be up for auction so we can help a charity, because you can get a painted edition of Myth here at the Rob Orange channel.
Womp womp.
Wah, wah. No, I'll tell you what I am having fun with is that folklore. Oh my God, that's really just excellent.
It's very good. So,
and
well,
I know
go ahead. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta start. No rest for the wicked. I got home after being out of town for 4 days, and my wife just texted me and said, "What's for lunch or what's for dinner?" So I gotta go. Okay. I gotta go figure out what we're gonna eat.
So you need a copy of Josie Wales. So I got that stuff.
No. You don't have to send me a copy of the movie. I'm just saying.
I can.
No, because
I gotta send you that other stuff. So I talked to the squirrel. He's going to talk to the alligator who brings it across the pond to the post office, and we are actually going to hire a bird.
Oh, very good. That sounds good.
Instead of going with the beaver that usually tries to get to your house.
When do you get that other stuff? The stuff with the guy and the who and the what?
I'll have it Wednesday morning.
Oh, okay.
So if I get it out Wednesday, you could probably have it Friday, Saturday latest.
Yes. Let me see here. Let's see. Maybe on Amazon. Hold on. Outlaw Josie Wales.
Really? Because I've really made a pretty good deal with that beaver that you have.
Yeah.
That comes to your house. I told him that we need a priority, and he knows a woodchuck that can get things there pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, like you can. I mean, like I could go to if I went to Amazon and paid him $12, I could stream it. I guess there's that.
Well, yeah, it's such a classic, and for what we're doing, I think it'd just be a really good story.
Josie Wales is a simple farmer in Missouri when a vicious band of Union redlegs, led by Terrell, burns his home to the ground, killing his wife and son.
You know, we all died a little in that war. I think if I saw Josie, I'd tell him the war is over.
What was that actor's name that said that? That was
he was really cool.
Character actor. Oh man, he was in so much stuff.
I wish I could remember his name, but
I think he's still with us too.
First of First of all, he leaves and he wishes Josie good luck. Good luck, Josie. Well, I reckon everything will be fine. Then he goes down and he goes, I brought them all in except for Josie Wales. Well, I'm going to hire you to go get Josie Wales. Well, now I'm going to have to kill him before he kills me.
Yeah.
He turned on him pretty quick.
That's true.
Jeez. I mean, you could have let the bodies get cold before you start saying, well, looks like I'm going to have to kill Josie. I'll tell you something, Mr. Redleg. I don't like you one bit.
John Vernon.
John Vernon.
John Vernon.
Right. Wasn't that his wife was
Mrs. Vernon. Mrs. Vernon.
It was Mrs. Vernon who
But you know why you know him? I mean, at least why I know him more than anything. He played Dean Wormer on Animal House.
Yes, but his wife was also in Animal House, and she was also in not Pale Rider. The one where he paints a town red. He makes him paint.
I know. Yeah. I can't.
Oh God, that's gonna drive me nuts. If Kabuki was here, she would be able to tell us which one it was.
Said married to Nancy West.
Oh, it wasn't. Then. Oh.
No, you're not thinking of anybody important.
No, Dean Werner. No, he was definitely Dean Werner.
Dean Wormer. The best line. He has some of the best lines in the whole movie. But I do like when he's talking to the Italian guy, the Italian mayor.
Yeah.
And he's just like, come
on.
Yeah, no, he says to him, he's just like, he's just like, what is he said? He said, this parade you want to have, it's going to use my streets, my sanitation, and my police officers. It doesn't come free. Well, Carmine, he goes, Carmine, I don't think you should be trying to extort money from the college. And he's like, he says, no, that's what he says. I don't think you should try to extort money from the college. He's like, your parade's going to use my police, my streets, and my sanitation. If you mention extortion again, I'll have your legs broken.
No.
And he goes, I'm sure we could get some appropriation from the committee. You better sit on that zoo fraternity of yours.
The other one that I like is when he's standing there, Mr. Blutowski.
Oh,
0.0.
But like I always pick the little things in movies I like. So the first person he talks about is that Flounder's friend Pinto, and he's like, and he goes 2 C's, 2 D's, and an F. Grade point average of 1.6. Congratulations, Mr. Kroger. You're at the top of the Delta class. And he's like, and then Jim Belushi next to him, he's like, gives him a thumbs up. He's like, yeah, all right.
Hey, nice job. Way to go.
Daniel Simpson Day has no grade point average. All classes unattended.
Flounder.
Hello.
2.0. Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life.
He's like, I want you to tell the rest of what I'm going to tell you now. What's that? He's like, you're out. You're finished. And I want you all to know that I notified the local draft board committee to let them know you all are available. Just like, yeah. And then what does he say? He goes explain. I won't say the language, but he goes, Belushi. He's like, it's like expelled. Christ, 7 years of college down the drain. 7 years of college.
Oh, we're all gonna cry. Well, did we give up when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Leave him alone. He's on a roll.
Yeah, Germans. Believe me, he's on a roll. Or when they come home after and then they ruin Flounder's brother's car, and he's like, "What am I going to tell my mother?" Well, It's like, hey, you screwed up, Flounder. You trusted us. Just like, he's, oh, that's great. What am I going to tell Fred? Well, we'll tell Fred you were doing a great job taking care of the car. But last night, you parked it around back, and this morning, it was gone. She's like, D-Day stages the wreck. The insurance company buys your brother a brand new car. Do you think it'll work? Well, it's got to work better than the truth.
because you should listen to him.
My advice to you is to start drinking heavily.
You should listen to him. He's Phi Kappa.
Oh, well, that's a movie we should watch, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we've almost recited the whole thing in 10 minutes here.
But it's so good. It's just,
oh God, it is. Well, that's one we definitely got to put on the docket. That's for sure. All right, I know you got to get going.
No, I'm trying to remember the other. My one factoid about that movie that I love is that when the National Lampoon guys are trying to get it made, they were like, they had all these unnamed people basically going to be in all these different roles, and they were like, well, we got to get somebody with a name, right?
Yeah.
And so then they somehow got the agent for Donald Sutherland. They found Donald Sutherland, and they got the script in his hands, and they said, will you do this? And Donald Sutherland calls this his $1 million retirement mistake, because they said, we'll give you, it was like something like, we'll give you 5% of the movie. They just said, just be in the movie. And he said, I'm not going to do it for 5% of the movie because he didn't think the movie would be any good.
Yeah.
He said, but I'll do it for $200,000, which was like almost all of their salary budget. But they gave him the money. And it's like, but I mean, not that Donald Sutherland's like, homeless, walking the streets, looking for a place to be. But like he says it's his multi-million-dollar retirement mistake. It's just like, if he had
points on that movie, think about 5 points on that movie.
All the times that it's been seen, all the DVDs, everything. He said something like it would have been worth like $150 million or something like that.
Well, all the times it's been on TV and everything like that. Holy.
Yeah, he would have had mailbox money. Just
without
might just shows up.
Oh yeah, every time he goes out to the mailbox, another check. Throwing in the big pile.
Yeah. So, but like I said, not that he's starving or anything like that.
No,
we should all
games.
Yeah, we should all be as poor as he is.
Of course.
But no, what was the other there was the other, God, what was the other line that I loved in that? Oh, like the whole thing about the kid and the girl. And she's like, I gotta tell you, I haven't been honest with you. Oh, why is that? I've actually never done this before. Oh, that's right. I gotta tell you the truth. I've never done it before either. Oh, okay. Besides, I'm only 13. Pushes her in a shopping cart and leaves her in front of the house. And it's the mayor's house.
Rings the doorbell at least.
It's the mayor's house too. That's the best part. It's the freaking mayor's house. And at the end, remember, it's just like it's like, Daddy, I want you to meet Roger. He's the boy who molested me last month. You look really busy, sir. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, you look really busy. I'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Senator Blutowski.
Senator Blutowski, that's right. And then Daniel Simpson Day, current whereabouts unknown. Unknown. And then the military guy, killed by his own troops in Vietnam.
How's it feel to be a loner, Lowenstein?
How's it be? What did he say? Oh, when they go to the house, he's like, what's happening? They took everything, even the stuff we didn't steal.
They took the bar. The
whole bar. Oh, yeah, like I said, we know the entire movie, but
we better do that one quick.
Oh, yeah. Oh, to stay in the nights, he loves us.
Huh? You mind if I dance with your old date?
Why, no, not at all. You know, if I were you, I'd be leaving. What a great idea.
It's so good. Just so good.
Just take off running. Oh, and then, oh, yeah, that whole thing. You know, sophomore dies in kiln explosion.
Oh.
I just don't think I should be alone tonight. All right, I gotta go. I gotta go cook dinner. But all right, Ornites. It was great talking to you, Tina. It was fabulous. You'll have to send her the link or whatever, and so she can join us.
I will definitely send her the link this week. I'll definitely be there this week.
She can add a touch of class to.
Wow, thanks, Lance.
And it goes south quickly.
Yes. So, but all right, brother. It was good talking to you, and we'll talk soon.
All right.
Bye, Lance.
Bye.
Whew. Well, there you go. The Undead Viking. Our boy Lance making a quick appearance here at this channel. Did you ever think that would happen? No.
No, it's fun.
It can only happen here.
I mean, it added some spice to the otherwise boring live paint show.
What was that?
Nothing. You didn't miss any.
Oh, the otherwise boring paint show. Oh, well, thank you. So, Tina, again, I don't know how much you've seen, but did you see this thing work? The camera?
Yep. That was cool.
Yeah, it'll actually be really helpful for us to play games going forward. I mean, the only reason I didn't use it because it only goes 720, and then I got the 4K cameras. So now that we have it, and we're going to be using Google Hangouts, it's perfect for what we need. You know, especially if we're going to try to do Fallen Lands this week, where we can kind of just focus in on stuff. You know? Yep.
Nice sound effects.
Well, you got to have the sound effect. The only thing that I've got to adjust here is there's a way to just have it not auto focus, and you can self-focus it, which it usually stays pretty locked. So, you know, if I put my hand up here, it has to refocus and blah, 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 blah. All right. Wow. What a show. So, as you see, we're really getting far in these guys, even though it didn't seem that way because we spent most of our time talking about movies and everything else. What time is it? Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Okay, perfect. So we had an hour and a half. I got all these guys washed the way I wanted to. We're tomorrow, I think we're going to come on for a little bit, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to lighten these up, and then we'll start. We'll have another paint show this week. We'll have a couple paint shows. I'll probably have this mostly finished, and then you and I might do something depending on when you want to do it. When do you want to do Fallen Lands? That's probably more the best question. I mean, you make a decision.
Maybe midweek.
Midweek? Okay. And do you want to try to do some more folklore?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Both.
Okay, so that's the game plan for this week as far as playing stuff. We're going to do Fallen Lands, which is going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And
yeah, I'm going to try to play it myself tonight and then get a hang of the rules.
Yeah, and I'll brush up on it, and we'll really get going on a few things. I'm just whipping through these. There's really not too much more that we have to do. I might do just before we play or after we play, come on for a half hour and just do a follow-up touch-up on how we got everything finished up. Our puppy girl's barking too much. I'll show you how I'm going to do the bases and stuff. And then, you know, this is another game that we're going to learn and we will play going forward. So what's Larissa saying blah, blah, blah for? Okay.
I think it was when you said it's been an hour and a half talking about movies.
Yeah, we really do just go. When he and I get together, it's usually, and we could talk. I sat in a car one time and talked to him for almost 3 hours. We just talk a lot, and it's refreshing. He's such a great guy. So with that said, finishing up these guys, I want to show you how I'm going to do the green skin and all that and work out on that. So I could probably do it in a half hour, but I really want to get these done. So I will probably crank these a little bit later on after dinner. I don't want to bore you guys to keep going on this, but definitely we want to get this in. We want to get it ready so we can play it next week, because what's the motto, Tina? We can't play.
If it's not painted, it can't get tabled.
Exactly, because we would get killed by you, the Orachnids. So I think I've said it all. Well, Tina will be on the Alaboom this Wednesday, I think. So that'll be fun. Or a disaster, whichever comes first. And I think that's about it. So expect to see a lot of really cool stuff that we're going to be doing this week. And I think I said it all. I think there's not much more I can say. What do you got, Tina? You got anything for us?
Keep painting, Rob.
Keep painting, Rob. Don't stop painting. Keep painting. All right, guys. That's about it for today. And like I said, we've been on almost 2 hours, and we got a lot done. We got everything kind of centralized. We'll do the big finish. We'll also be doing some games, and then we will start our next project, which if Tina takes a look out back there, well, I'm going to leave it up to everybody. First of all, I'm going to do a quick and maybe taped Super Dungeon Explorer, because we alternate that during the week. There's going to be Robotech one week and Super Dungeon Explorer next week, and we're going to keep on doing that week by week. But what's the next thing? Because this is almost done. What do you want to see painted next? Is it Swords and Sorcery? That's one. A Song of Ice and Fire. That's another one. The Game of Thrones game. Or Kill Team. So put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. And that's what we'll do. All right. Tina, say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody. Hope we didn't bore you.
Yeah, I don't think we bored it. When Lance gets in the house, I don't think you ever bore anybody. But obviously, according to Tina, I'm pretty boring. All right, there you go. So I will see you guys all soon. Thanks for watching, and take it easy. Tina, hang on.